Day in the life of a full-time contemporary romance author. So I first start off my morning with some doggy cuddles from my favorite pug and little rat terrier. Then once my oldest kids are out the door, I take a shower and just kind of get ready for the day. Sometimes I make my bed. I made it this day, which was good. Go me. Then my youngest is off to school, and so then I start getting my water bottles all ready because I drink water like a camel, and I just need to have them handy. I am working in my office. Then I go into my office, which is kind of a disaster this morning, and I'm like, yeah, this is not going to work. So definitely make plans to clean that up today. But first I have a mastermind call with a few other romance authors. We just meet through Zoom, and I usually put my makeup on during these meetings because that's just life. But in these meetings, we basically just give an update on what's been going on with us over the last week, maybe any problems we ran into, or ask advice if someone else has maybe dealt with similar issues. And it's just really nice having friends that I can chat to and lean on, because this indie author thing can be a lot sometimes. And it's just super awesome to have other friends right there supporting you in the trenches with you. That meeting lasted about an hour, so then it's time to go and get my morning beverage. And today's choice is an iced protein coffee, which is just like a cold brew concentrate mixed with a protein shake. And that's just basically my typical breakfast these days. Give it a little taste test, and it is pretty good. Anyway, then it's time to go back into my office and finally clean off my desk. It has gotten out of hand. Life has just been busy, running all over the place. I'm getting ready to publish another book in just over a week from now, which has been really exciting, but also it's just, there's a lot of little moving pieces that go into it, and also with my kids being really busy with their activities, life has just been a bit busy this last month. But I finally get things looking good. My dogs are, of course, there supporting me all along the way, and yay for a cleaned off, clutter-free, well, there's still stuff there, but my desk looks a lot better than it did before. Then it's time to clear off some of those sticky notes that I had laying all around my desk by adding what they said into a bullet journal of mine, that I can just hopefully keep track of things there instead of having sticky notes, everywhere reminding me of all these things that I need to keep track of. And I give a little sigh of relief that I got things done, and then it's time to kind of check up on other things that I need to do for my upcoming book release, check off some of the things that I've done, and also kind of remind myself of other things that I should be doing. And now that I have kind of oriented myself on what I've been doing, it is time to raise my desk, get my walking treadmill going, and start listening to the last half of my manuscript while I check for any little final tweaks that I need to make to it. Of course, while I was doing that, I also got another idea for my upcoming book that I'll be writing, and so I had to hurry and open up the file that I keep track of everything over there and add in some notes so that I can remember once it comes time to write that. Then I get back to my final read through, and I end up working on that for about 2 hours, and then it is time for lunch. So I grab myself some homemade chicken noodle soup from the fridge along with some salad, and I continue to listen to my book. Of course, there is my dog right there, always keeping me company and keeping an eye on things. Seeing me eat my meal must have reminded my dogs that they didn't eat their breakfast, and so then they get their food. And usually my pug is a very hungry boy, and he will hurry and eat his bowl of food and then try and sneak it from the other dog, but this time he was being patient. He was waiting for her because he wanted to be a good boy. Anyway, then it is time for me to clean off the counter because I'm going to be packing books. My daughter got home and she decided to put on a little show because the camera was out. And yeah, so now here I am just pulling out all the paperbacks of my Eden Falls Academy book bundle and getting them all laid out and signing them so that I can then package them out and send out my orders this afternoon. So I spend about the next 2 hours doing that, and then I take a little break and get the mail and see that I got this super cute calendar. And so I get it out, and then I fix myself a little mixed soda because I do live in Utah and that is kind of what we do. Plus, when I was at the store and saw this blackberry Dr. Pepper, I just had to try it. So I mix it with some coconut creamer and It's not quite what I expected, but it's pretty good. And of course I have to show you the calendar that my husband picked out for the family and show you that mine looks so much cuter. So then it's time to print out my labels. Take the labels back to the kitchen so that I can finish boxing up the orders. And at this time it's about 3:30 in the afternoon and I have a haircut scheduled for 4, so I got to get out the door. And so I drive first to the post office. Both sons are with me, but my youngest is the only one that allowed me to film him, being so helpful. And then me and my oldest son walk in to get our haircut. It's something I've been wanting to do for over a month, but I just didn't make time for it until today. So I probably should have made some before and after photos, but I didn't. Anyway, that was my dinner, just leftovers, and it's time to drive my daughter to tumbling and her solo dance practice. There she is, so cute, and that is her costume she's so excited to wear. Give a little wave of goodbye. Then I drive back home, continuing to listen to the playlist for the book I'm going to be writing next, because music really always inspires me as I'm writing. And since I am almost publishing the book that comes right before that, it is just time to really get in the mindset of these new characters that I'm so excited to dive into. So I get back home, I get my welcome greeting from my dogs and my husband. He's there, which is awesome. And then I sneak into my room because it's been a few days since I have posted a video on my social media, so I hurry and do that. And then my dog, of course, is waiting for me because he knows it is time to go on a walk. So I get their leashes ready while they show me how excited they are to go outside. And then my husband is there and we both take the dogs out together so that we can walk and kind of chat about our days. And yeah, it's just a good time to spend time together, get some exercise, and also get the dogs exercised. Anyway, it was about 20 minutes, and then I have some laundry I gotta switch. Usually my kids do their own laundry, but the laundry room has gotten out of hand, so I gotta take over and get some things done. My neck was feeling sore, so I use this on my neck, even though I think the instructions say you shouldn't, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I've actually been using some magnesium lotion lately, and it has been helping a ton, so recommend that if you have neck pain. I was feeling like I might be getting a bit of a cold, so I get some vitamin C, drink. Then it's about 8:30 p.m. and it is finally time for me to sit down on the couch and relax for just a little bit with my dogs. And then the family comes around. My son shows me his toy, and then we gather the family around for what we call family good night time. And we each talk about our happy or thankful for the day before sending them off to bed. And I end the night with a little reading. That is a day in my life. And at 10 o'clock, it is time for bed.